All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you, even to the ones who are hanging on, I'm going to show you, people laugh at anything that has to do with sorcery, but technology is sorcery, okay? Now, newspapers. See, in the schools, in the beginning, they were boarding schools. And now you have school boards. Okay? What does a board imply? A game. What do you get your diploma on? A stage. Okay? So in the beginning, they taught criminals, orphans, and slaves, priests of Saturnalia, which I already knew, Roman soldiers, whoever. The mindset that the people are in that say I'm crazy. See, their brain, they don't know, is a computer. And it's programmed generationally. And it has to do with Ahriman. Ahriman is real. So in the initial beginning, when they're getting this set up in all these different cities, okay, this Brotherhood of Death of Saturnalia, that's a name we'll give it, but it's a silent obedience brotherhood. And whatever it is, they are ingrained with it. The same way you're ingrained to go sell chocolate in 3rd grade. At their same age, they're ingrained with stuff that you have no idea about. So what they're going to do is when you set up these towns, okay, you're going to teach the people to read just enough. Even if the other ones can read, they'll be flushed out. They got to start from scratch with minds, with fresh minds, with nothing around, because they are going to reset the world. They are going to get rid of everything natural. Shut up. This is what you'll say. I drink something that's all. Why? Because it says it? Is it in a can, aluminum or plastic? Okay, it's not real. No, I'm sorry. See, and that's what we're talking about is you're going to learn how to read in these little bitty schools. You know why you got to learn how to read? Well, because then you're going to have to understand what the newspapers are. They're going to tell you what's going on. They're going to control you. And then eventually you're going to have magazines. Okay? Magazines. And the number one being time. Time represents Saturn. We've done many videos on it. And if you can't understand that, then go on. Stop watching this video. Because you're an Ahrimanic spirit. Your whole DNA and genes has been developed through chemicals and through a connection through a TV with a box with voices coming out of it. You don't understand what we're telling you. So all that's around. You got the Industrial Revolution coming. In slavery, you've got plantations. But now y'all work at these plants, which is the plantation, and then there's that ION. An ion is a group of neurons or whatever it is, electrons, I can't remember, something, either in a positive or negative sense. So prescription means prescript of negative ions, which is all y'all together through the hospital industry, what we'll get to. You're one consciousness already. You will not look. You're a very evil racist spirit. Very evil. That's only connection has been to a gadget for a long time now. Think about it. What the one y'all against me, this is you every night. You know where we're at every night? Looking up. This is the Ahriman spirit. Even if you've got some truth in you, that's still it. Even me doing this video is. Your eyes is this, say this is a screen, that's your eyes. Okay, same concept goes back into the reset. We've got fresh minds, criminals, orphans, slaves, shipped in orphans. It's crazy. But your mind can't go back far enough because your schooling and all that won't allow you. You can't critically think. So you're going to learn how to read just enough to read the newspapers and the magazines and all that, because the controllers control this and they're going to guide the masses into the direction that they want it to go. And then eventually you're going to have radio. Radio. Dio is God, Ra is the sun. Which is ironic because the radio waves are the same as the sun rays. The radio waves started hitting the ears of individuals who had never been around anything. They got rid of all the free technology. Everything natural, we're getting rid of it. We're bringing in the hospital, satanic Mother Cersei industry. So we got to start from scratch. And then over here, you've got the careers coming around sodas, alcohol, tobacco. And see, in this reset, well, you don't know it is cannabis, so we'll put marijuana and hemp. So, in this reset, we're going to get rid of this. This is what's given me 9 years. Y'all can't get 9 minutes to the haters against me and us. And what's in here? That right there could wipe out all of the plastic and rubber and everything and 50,000 other things. But then y'all wouldn't have careers. That alone could wipe out the medical industry. That story proves it. This 9 years coming up proves it. Proves it. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. I ain't even walked into one of them in almost 9 years. Well, one for a baby, and then the other one was for a dying friend, and then so in the beginning of this, all these substances that are coming, even the bread, the cereal, all of it, you don't know how to do anything on your own. The snacks. And where did all these commercials come from? Which is sorcery. Came through the newspapers, magazines, and radio. Money. And money, money, money. Which is not real. It's only real to slave controllers. So when you get it, there's nothing around, nothing at all. Here it comes. This is already pre-planned. Control this. We could grow all this. We don't need anything. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm fixing to show you how you're nothing but an demonic, generational, sick, racist being in here. It's what you are. Full of all this. This is the bloodlines of all of you. That's the bloodline. Is toxic arsenic chemicals. Arsenic, arimon. Yeah. The same symptoms you get from a stigma and all this other, or flu-like symptoms, is the same as being slowly poisoned with arsenic. How is that? Well, I can tell you this. What doesn't get out of the lungs creates cough. You don't know that. You don't know shit. You don't know any. Get mad, Arimon. Get mad. All those years and decades of studying them lies and reading that garbage generationally has come to fruition in you. You finally come down a road and a path that's just challenged your bullshit existence because it ain't real. So, when you eradicate what saved me and could literally take out their whole industry, That's the only reason they're here is because they got rid of this and this. They control this and this. Because if we were able to make this and grow this, it wouldn't be as cancerous. Actually, that would never be around. And another thing too is none of y'all know about, you've got 12 cell salts that goes with the 12 systems of the body. So, are you getting a quick understanding? And they're getting certificates. Yeah, here, you need a birth certificate. You're stamped. Crowned copyright, which is Saturn. And it says commerce on those certificates. Commerce means property. So the ones that own all this, that's giving them careers, that's their property. That's their slaves. Okay? Now, we've got sports coming. We've got TV coming. We've got the phones coming. You know, we've got, which the movies had always been there. That's what changes everything. You know, and then you've got the typewriters, typing in school. That should tell you something. Computers, and then AI, and then shit, wherever. All this is an invention of the human anatomy. Every bit of it. The telegraph. I could put that up there. The telegraph comes from the human anatomy. Let's say, all right, here's the spinal cord. Okay, when there's something wrong with the anatomy, it sends a telegraph to the brain. And when you have something wrong with you, like a rash, that has something to do with the inside of you. That's a telegraph. And what do y'all do? You try to kill it from the outside. That's an inside job. That's what we're saying. That's a sign of arsenic poisoning. So is every other ailment that every fucking one of y'all have. And you have to understand, McDonald's is in here. First one, the sign said over 500,000 sold. A lie. Ronald McDonald implies ruler of the world too. Because it is, and the M, the Royal Arches, it all has to do with the Brotherhood of Death and some shit you don't know anything about. And think about it, Ronald McDonald, a character, appealing to children. It's Satan, buddy. That's y'all's Satan is like, Satan is what you're in. Satanism is the world that has been set up around you. And through all this, you've got to throw the churches in there too. Look at the Billy Graham back here. Let's go. All right, Martin Luther King. And then here they're saying, yeah, he's on our side, popping ass everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Black, white, brown, doesn't matter. People say, well, you can't cornrow your hair, Matt, because you're white. That's not your culture. Is ass popping black culture? Is ass popping white culture? Is it brown culture? I'm just asking. Because see, now you're making the rules the way you want it because you've been designed through all this bullshit. You throw Disney in here, cartoons. This was in the school system. They're getting you ready. They're getting you ready for what you're in right now. Is what they did. Slavery, buddy. The computer is the brain. The RAM is the cerebrum. That's where your memory is stored. That's when you die, all this goes with you up there. Y'all live right here in your ego. When they say Jesus is in your heart, that means right here. The ego is, your cerebellum is a heart shape. This is a vortex. So this is your ego, and that's where all y'all's thinking is. That's where all your bullshit worldly career and bullshit whatever, ideologies and all that shit, it's right there. You can't send it to the judge, to the Most High, and judge it. You don't have no reasoning. You have nothing. Your occipital lobe, which is back here, your eyes, grows with the cerebrum through your vision. So what you see inside in TV, everything, imagination, it grows as you grow. Matt, we're not looking. I'm already mine. And then your occipital lobe, your faculties and senses. You take your faculties and senses with you to the other side. You don't understand what I'm saying because your senses and faculties have slowly been driven inside. You have been an inside creation your whole life. You're not of God. No, you're not. I don't care who you are. Until you can cut this right here. Until you can cut that, put that down, cut those, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut, well, you know what I mean. Cut that, cut that. This is a man skill. Let me ask you something. If you created all that out there that's beautiful, it has life, would you create your creation to sit down and just type all day and not look up? No. No. So you got to get away from that shit too. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Is when you can make all that 10% of your day instead of 100 or instead of 1,000%, you'll see it. And all through this right here, not one observatory is anywhere. Name 5 observatories, go. You can't. Name 5 computers. You can do that. Name 5 movies. Name 5 songs. Country songs, rap songs, rock songs. Name 5 candy bars, 5 cereals, 5 breads. See, those are all relevant. 5 sodas, 5 beers, 5 whiskeys, 5, I don't know, wines. And we can name all those, which are brands, slave controllers. You starting to get it? Huh? Name 1 cell salt in your anatomy. You can't do it. Potassium phosphate, caliphos, is in there more than any other 11 cell salts in the brain. And when that's deficient of that, the brain sucks more salts from the body. And then eventually the brain becomes deficient and causes Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and shit. That's because of a lifetime deficiency of what you're made of. The same way you build a house, you've got to have the material to build it so it doesn't get knocked down and blown to shit. And these bricks that I have are magnetic. That's how we made them. You can put a magnet to them because when they built the structures, there's a magnetic field going through them. Nothing ever happened to you. But see, you can't see that because y'all generational Disney shit brains or Disney fucking I worship sports or Disney. And don't get me wrong, listen, I have to keep up on the shit just so I don't fucking look really stupid in front of people that I know. I'm done with all that shit. That is garbage. Fuck that shit. That is man shit. You will never, ever, ever ascend with all that shit in here. The same way phones, when you touch them and transfer memory, is the same way when you die, everything in here goes to the other side. That's the computer, the RAM. This is the transmission is the cerebellum. The motor is the cerebrum. The optic thalamus, alternator. And the battery is the pineal and pituitary gland, positive and negative. Sympathetic nervous system coming down the spinal cord. Right here it is. This iris controls the right and the left. That's why you can look in your and be like, man, you need to get some salts in you. You're deficient of this. No, Matt. I've gone to school my whole life, memorized some shit. I know Arimon. Good job, Arimon. Who is this fucking guy dogging us out? Matt Childs. That's my worldly name. I'm from right up there. I'm from right above the ether. I have inherited this man's body. He actually brought out the being that you're born with, that you do not know how to unlock, but we're trying to teach you on how to unlock the being that has been suppressed Your entire existence, there's the ingredients. And you won't do it. Ariman will not allow you out of that shit. People make fun of alcoholics and addicts. I'm making fun of you, you dumb shit. Show me the world. Show me your shit. Look at what I've done. You can crown yourself with the whole world of success, but be fucking empty on the inside. And that's who y'all are, generationally. And it's not your fault. Because you're dead in the inside. You fucking soulless to everybody. To take up for this shit. This is mass pushed, chemicals, careers. And now hospitals are here because of all that in the beginning. Lung institutes. They had children promoting cigarettes. Yeah, here, just smoke anybody. Well, man, they didn't know no better. They went to the moon. So they had that much smarts to go to the moon, then lose that technology, and then say, we need to put an age limit on cigarettes and alcohol. Our bad. We know a lot of people died and everything, but that shit built an industry too. More cars, more fucking wrecks, more deaths, more funeral homes, more money. Think about it, how many women went through, and still do, and men. But back in the day, when women were forced to be at home, which they should be anyways, but you should never be working for any plantation. And it was by design. This system is set up to keep you and your family as separated as much as possible. And I can be honest, I have no relationship with my children. It's sad. I don't even have a relationship with my family. They don't want one. I've tried. But I don't go out to eat. I don't do dumb shit. And I respect what they do. But, they just don't want to get involved. The world is generationally programmed them to not listen. It's like, it's so easy to look up. Just fucking look up. That's our whole point. Generations don't look up. We've taught you inside. Your faculties and senses have been developed inside. And you'll never look. You will never, ever, 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 ever look. And if you're watching this when you die, you'll be here in this realm. You will. You won't go nowhere. You'll look up and Christ will be right there. However you feel about Scripture, God, or anything, every one of you will see it. All of us. All of us. And all your existence, a mural will come to an fruition. The thoughts, the fear, the emotions, and all that come to life. So all of the fear and bullshit that you impulse is what it is. They've disconnected the impulse, that you have through the rubber and all that other shit, because we had that and everything else. And you will fucking say no. And all this stuff that we cake on us and spray and glands, put that deodorant on and it just gets into you and it slowly creates cancer. Laundry detergent, all of it, cologne, it kills you. Go drink it. No. It's like, well then why in the fuck do you put it on? Think about it. Can't, because they spend trillions of dollars every year on toilet paper, laundry detergent, shave your nuts. Shit that it's irrelevant. All that money could go into poor communities. But they don't want to, because then you got the big churches going, we're taking care of these over here, even though the same poverty's here as it was when the church started. Seems like we're not doing our job, but nobody's questioning anything except for that spirit and Matt, and we don't like it. So, how about that? Rebuttal it. I love you.